Okay, this is Commodore Razor from Bad Waters Fishing, and I'm gonna do a unboxing right now. I'm gonna do unboxing, and also I'm gonna explain a little bit about what Bad Waters Fishing is. It's bay and delta water fishing. So it's a acronym, and I've been fishing the bay and delta for over 50 years with my family, and for 25 years I put on a derby called the Unofficial Sturgeon Derby. I also helped put on a derby called the Dutch Classic. And right now I'm unboxing some gear. The whole reason why I started this website is because I see a lot of videos on the website or this channel, because I see a lot of videos of guys fishing and they're very inexperienced. They're more YouTubers and less fishermen. So I'm trying to give a perspective of somebody who's been fishing the bay and delta waters for plus 50 years. And Bad Waters is both, or is actually an acronym. It's actually metaphoric and literal. So this reel, the TALICA 12, I got it for halibut fishing, to go on Kong's custom rod that was built for me at the end of last year for sturgeon, or the beginning of this year. And I had a TALICA 16 on it. It was a little too big, and so then I put this Trinidad 16 on it, which the size was perfect. But I'll show you what happened. So when the Trinidad 16, I fished for sturgeon with it primarily, but as I wanted to use this rod because it's a custom rod, it's called a Vampire, and I wanted to use it for all kinds of fishing, halibut, sturgeon, striper. So I put this reel on it. I fished with sturgeon for this reel. When you fish for sturgeon, you don't generally use the clicker, so I never really used the clicker on it. But when I started fishing for halibut with it, I noticed that the clicker is not working right. It's a brand new reel. Probably used it maybe 5 times, maybe 10 at the most, only once for halibut. And when I bought it, I didn't notice that the clicker was so quiet. So this 16A Trinidad is the same as this, what I fish for sturgeon all the time. You could hear that clicker. And when we fish for sturgeon, we don't use the clicker, but when we fish for halibut or live bait, I like to use a clicker just like a fish alarm, like it's intended. And usually we turn it off when we hook up. Sometimes get excited or not. So here's the TALICA 16 clicker. It's not that loud, but it's still louder than what this one is. That one's just really bad. Very disappointed in SHIMANO. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I can tell them they suck. This is an inexpensive Dakota 600 HG. This is actually the exact rod and reel that my son caught the white sea bass on our first video, and also Nathan caught the 30-pound sturgeon on. And this is a good reel. It's very small, compact. It's got 20-pound tests, good drag, good crank, good retrieve. It's just an all-around good reel for what we're doing. On the sturgeon end, It's a little small for me, but it pulls sturgeon. It's, some people like to fish little. I don't. I like to fish bigger. So that's the whole reason why we're unboxing. This is my kids. I fish the pearl and the blue pearl. I have two boats. A 2005 trophy and a 2019 Bolton 20 foot. It's what you'll see me on most of the time now, because I just got that boat last year. I fish long and hard. I generally go out and wear out the people that are with me. Every fishing trip is kind of like a hostage situation. You can see the level of dedication that I have to fishing is it's at the extreme end. I don't like to use the word hardcore because it sounds like you're gonna be out there shooting pornos while you're fishing. So I'm an extreme fisherman. I fish for sturgeon, striped bass, halibut, and occasional leopard shark. So young guys out there, I see you guys going out. I see a lot of guys that are YouTubers going out and fishing, make a lot of mistakes and do a lot of things. But you guys know how to YouTube, and you guys get likes and followers and shit like that, which I'm not really that concerned with. So I'm Commodore Razor. I got a fleet of boats. This is a sturgeon hat. You see, sturgeon guys know what this is right here. Striped bass, halibut. I believe you got to dress like the fish that you are targeting, and you can fool them into biting. That's just how I believe. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to introduce who Badwater Fishing is. I'm on the extreme end of fishing. I'm dedicated, and I'll be posting another video of actual fishing come, well, Sunday we'll be fishing, and today is Thursday. So in a couple of days I'll post that video, but I'm just trying to get this video because I was real disappointed with this Trinidad 16. You heard the drag. People were gonna say send it back or do something. I don't even know where I got it. I buy so many reels. I even bought this one a while back before the pandemic, and it just showed up. So it's gonna go on that custom wrap right there. Quan's Custom Wraps, and or Custom Rods in San Jose built this rod for me. It's called the Vampire. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a Seeker blank, and it says fishing vessel, the blue pearl, the Vampire. So that's pretty slick with the glow-in-the-dark tip. All my rods got names. I name them all, and guys who fish with me, they know about that. This is the Ghost. This is the Night Stalker, the Mancoso 2, concealed weapon, and these are just two older ones that I have just because you know, this price range right here is, a lot of people aren't going to be able to fish that, and this price range isn't too bad right here, and this kind of stuff works perfectly fine. This ugly stick, I fished a lot of them for a lot of years. Like I said, I've been fishing in the Bay and Delta for over 50 years. So I would say a good 30 years of that was fishing rods and reels like this, or even thicker and older. the pin 60s and just the stuff that was available. And then as things progress, you get to, as your divorces go through, you get to buy stuff like this a little bit more extreme. So that's it. I'm gonna post some other stuff with this video. I'm gonna get that reel together and stick it on this rod, take this thing off right here. And I don't know what to do with it. I mean, it's good for sturgeon, just not good for live bait. Yeah, you can see that's just freaking, that's like a $400 reel. It's not a cheap reel. It's beautiful. I like it. I like the setup. I mean, it matched this. It's the same. I liked it a lot. I liked it on the rod. I liked the balance of it. And I just can't have that drag not clicking enough. And I'm not going to send it back because I don't send nothing back to nobody. I'm a boomer. So stubborn, old, not as smart as young people. That's about it. Just letting people check out the extremeness of bad waters fishing. And hopefully I'll be on the water and post a video with fish instead of just this fluff that I'm sending. It's because, you know, trying to post a video because that's what people say to do. And these ones I fish more for sturgeon, but again, it'll work for halibut or ocean drifting live bait. Really good. This is my halibut, primarily for halibut stuff, but this has also worked for sturgeon. When I got people on the boat that don't want to fish with this, they want to use a level wind, then this is totally fine. The only thing is, if you get a 300 or 400 pound fish, you're gonna get spooled or snap off with this light of gear. This gear here will take care of that. Bigger fish. That's it. And also, in order to get followers, my son had told me I need to put links below. So there it is. I put some links below right here. These ones are beef hot links, and I put them below. Hopefully I'll get followers from that. Thank you. All right, so trying to close out this video. Again, it's just part of the introduction to who bad waters fishing is, and the level of our commitment. People who fish with me generally get 12, 13, 14 hours in fishing, and I've had hardcore fishermen beg me to take them home many times. Extreme fishermen pull in their poles and say, I ain't fishing no more until we go home, till another day. And so this is the setup that we just put together. Looks really good with this TALICA 12 on there. I like the drag, and it's the lever drag. It comes with a mono disc, and I'm running mono, but I actually kept the 40-pound braided line drag disc inside here. And that's just because I'm gonna fish it with that stronger drag for a while. If I see there's a problem, then I'll switch it to the mono. But the mono disc, drag disc that goes right behind this will reduce the drag pressure to 20 pounds, and I don't like that. This is a 40-pound drag on this rod, so on the reel, and I kind of really like that, so that's what I want to keep it for now, and then we'll see. And I don't generally run braided line, but I mean, this thing could take 50 to 60 to even 80-pound braided line and This is a combination setup that I use. This is my own personal setup. I use it for sturgeon, halibut, stripers, and pretty much anything except out in the ocean. I'm not going to use it out in the ocean. I like to use something a little bigger when I go out in the ocean. So I put this 25-pound CXX P line in smoke blue, and that's just kind of what I like. Does that say smoke blue? What does that say? I can't even read it. Yeah, it does say smoke blue. Smoke blue. It's extra strong, 25-pound test. That's what's on this new reel that I just unboxed and mounted to this custom wrap from Kong's Custom Rods in San Jose. And you already saw the links below. And these are the sturgeon setups that I use. This is the Night Stalker and the Ghost. And I run this Andy blue line just because my boat's the Blue Pearl and I like everything to match. These green lines are a little bit older. I've had this line, this spool, for a while, and eventually I'm gonna change it to this blue line, or maybe I might get 20-pound in this Andy right here. This is 30-pound filler spool. And usually when you fish with the amount of if you know you're going to be fishing in the long term or the big picture, you're way better off buying these filler spools if you have a lot of rod and reel setups. I mean, I have some other numerous filler spools, but these are the ones that I've been using, the newest ones basically. I still have some braided line filler spools that I don't really use that much. I'm not a braided line guy. It tangles too much. And I don't need the extra strength because I know that whatever your drag is, anything above that is basically just got more strength than you need. But braided line is good. It serves a purpose, and you can get a smaller reel and get a lot more line on it. In some cases, you might need that. So it is good. A lot of guys that fish with me use braided line and swear by it. I'm more of a mono copolymer kind of guy. And that's pretty much what I use. These are the setups. So I'll be fishing on Sunday. This is Friday evening right now. And we'll be taking this bad dog out for its maiden voyage. And this is one Mancosa we'll be fishing with. And then I have numerous other rods and reels, so we like to bring extra just in case something happens when we're on the water on the Blue Pearl or the Pearl. If something breaks or goes down, we don't like to have we don't want to burn any time. We don't want to burn the clock. We don't want to have any downtime. So we pull out another rod and reel set up, already tied, ready to go, hook on a leader, throw it in the water, and then deal with whatever issue is broken or whatever problem you're having, whether you continue to use that rod after you get it repaired or to take care of whatever happened, or you just switch over and fish the rest of the day with the next rod that's available. So I'm frequently have 6, 8, 10 rods on my boat just in case. And then a lot of times we have different rods for different situations. When we troll, we like to use a little heavier rod because we use the bigger weight and your rod is loaded. So I like to use a little bigger rod on the troll end. And then also we almost always use 8-footers or bigger when we're trolling. And when we're drifting, we'll use a 7-footer or a 7.5. Also, I think this one might even be a 6.5. So on the drift end, it's the long rod isn't as important. Me personally, I almost always use an 8-footer unless I'm fishing with this bad dog right here, the Ghost, which is a 7-footer. But I like it. It's a Taraz, and it's white. I fish a lot at night, and these white rods are really easy to see. We have lights on the boat, but the white rods are just so easy to see. They stand out in the night. You can detect almost any bump or bite that you get, and that's, to me, it helps a lot. So I'm currently looking for another white rod like this to put that put the Trinidad reel on. The Trinidad reel, and I'm gonna call that thing the silencer. Every rod and reel has a name. This is the Vampire custom wrap. It says Vampire right there. This is a Ghost, Night Stalker, Mancoso, and this is a Concealed Weapon. Those other ones are older, so I really didn't name them, but this actually is Ugly Stick Tiger. And this is, if people who know it, is Dan Hernandez, a signature Dan Hernandez rod, 8-footer. Again, I've been fishing with 8-footers for a long time. Standard boat rod is 7 foot. I used to have all 7-foot rods, and then once I discovered like a nice Fenwick that was a 7.9, I think, for sturgeon, I started switching everything over to 7, 6, 7.5 and bigger, and then I got to 8 foot, and everything now is 8 foot and bigger. And I have some 8.3 black diamonds that I like to troll with on the side of my boat. I'll show you how we use those rods on a different video. And I also have a 9-footer Phoenix Abyss. This is a Phoenix Abyss. I own quite a few Phoenix Abyss. I'm a big seeker guy. Shimano. This Daiwa is these VIPs are solid for the price point, just like the Ugly Stick Tiger is just an awesome piece of equipment for the price point. If you don't have the money, or you don't want to invest that much money in something like this custom wrap or these nicer and Shimanos, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with this Tiger Stick or even these VIPs. Man, they're just rock solid. They handle any fish that comes at them, and they have a really good sensitivity, which you want on almost any species, and then a lot of butt strength, which is what you want when you start hooking up with bigger fish. I'm a big butt strength kind of guy, and I also like a big handle. So if you notice, these handles are all pretty big, and these are a little smaller. So I'm almost never fishing with Abyss. People on my boat or anybody, they love them. A lot of people like them, and I've fished with them a lot. But what I found was the small handle, to me, it's just more comfortable. Maybe because I'm old, my hands aren't strong as they used to be or whatever. It's just easier for me to grip this, more comfortable. And these are lean and hard. Even that Dan Hernandez, which I fished with for a lot of years, but now that I'm older, I just prefer the softer handles. I guess I got soft in my old age. But other than that, I mean, as far as the performance on the load end, when you're loaded, they're all rock solid. Anything I have on my boat or anything that I spend my money on, I check it out thoroughly first. I suggest you do the same thing. Check out your equipment. If you get a chance, if somebody you're fishing with has something that you're interested in purchasing, try it out. Have them let you reel it in and feel what it feels like, or have them, pull down the tip and you pull the back and feel what it feels like if you're loaded with the fish. Hopefully your friends will let you demo their stuff. I always do. If anybody wants to borrow or use my stuff or whatever, my friends that are hardcore fishermen like me, or not hardcore, I like to prefer extreme fishermen. If they need something, they got a trip or whatever, I have plenty of gear. And I tell them, hey, just take it. If something happens, just like if I was there, if something happened, I have friends that won't let nobody touch their gear, and I understand that. I'm beyond that, but I was there before, so it's understandable. But this is my rod pretty much I'll be the only one fishing with it. These actually 3 are the ones that I fish with almost primarily. This one's a little bit newer, but these are older setups, and I've had them for at least a few years. I know, maybe 4 or 5 years, and that's just what I like to use. I like to use the white just because I fish a lot at night and I can see it. And the halibut end, this is brand new. I have a couple other poles that I like to use on the halibut end. I'm not showing them because I just kind of want to show the kind of the range. But when we go out on Sunday, I'll show you a couple other setups that I like to use halibut wise. But I'll be definitely fishing with this. Mancoso will be fishing with this, and we got another couple guys that might be out there with us, and I'll show you the setups they got. And other than that, I just wanted people to know I'm here, and I honestly intend to show people and help people catch fish, that people that fish in the Bay and Delta waters, the bad waters that I fish in. And I've been fishing in them since a long time, and I'll continue to fish for them as long as I can. So that's it. Thank you, and I'm not thirsty for likes and wants and followers. The only followers I want are the fish to be following my bait or lure or whatever I'm fishing with. So just keep it tight line, and hopefully you see me out there, say, Commodore Razor, I like your videos. But you don't have to like them on the YouTube thing. Just let me know if you dig it. I already been running into people that saw my video and they know me and they say, wow, dude, that's cool. And that's it. Thank you.